Welcome, y'all. I heard a crow call. I pulled some cards on it to try to figure out what's going on. And apparently, there were some sort of delays in the collective community. I don't know if your delays were financial, business related, or what exactly, because every Crowley is a little bit different. But I did see something in regards to delays, setbacks, and stagnation occurred for a reason. Okay, something occurred for a reason. This could be work related, work environment related, career related, job title related, something of that nature. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and well, I already lit my incense, so let me go ahead and just like cleanse the space, cleanse myself, my hands. All right. Some of you could have recently did some form of cleansing or being called to cleanse. Someone, I just saw angel number 111. Someone could have, there's something here in regards to like business partnership or negotiation or business paperwork. I heard business travel. Okay. I also heard something in regards to doing a money ritual. I know that in the next few days, whenever you're watching this, but whenever the next few days are, when is it? I think it's March 3rd. March 3rd is the full moon. I believe it's going to be an eclipse. So it's one of those energy packed super moons. Well, not super moon, but like it's definitely an energetic packed moon cycle. There you go. Some of you guys may benefit from doing rituals. By the way, you guys, ritual services are back up at spiritualsboutique.com. So go ahead and check that out. If you guys want to snatch up any type of ritual, you guys can go ahead and check that out. I do have a bundle for ritual consultation and cleansing. So it's one service, but you get two different services in one. It's a bundle. If you guys are interested in that, go ahead and check out spiritualsboutique.com. And shoot me a message. Don't be afraid to shoot me a message. Don't be afraid to download the actual app for my business. Sacred Spaces, at Spaces by Wix. What else did I want to say for you guys? Oh, I was also picking up this weird energy about like evil eye or evil eye jewelry, like not necessarily breaking, but becoming loose, or just seeing something about having to retie the evil eye pendant or having to replace it. It's talking about a weakened spiritual protection or something like that in regards to evil eye. And again, you guys, I do talk about more evil eye things and evil eye readings and stuff like that over at my original channel, Micahstar Psychic 444. And I did drop a video over there. I just saw angel number 333. So if you guys want to do like a pick a card on like who's sending you the evil eye or whatever, you can go and find that over there. Again, Micahstar Psychic 444. All right. That being said, let's get into your reading. Okay. I know I popped up on y'all. That's usually my style. All right. But yeah, cleansing, cutting and clearing, vanishing work. What else? Attracting money, opening, road opening. Let me say that, road opener work. There we go. Road opener work. Road opening opportunities. Also, a lot of like toxic cord cutting or third party removal, or I don't know why like I'm picking up all that energy right now, but like this is gonna help for a new beginning, a new way of manifesting, maybe new rituals or something like that. Okay, I'm done channeling. All right, what's going on here? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? For the Crowllies, the Crowlective. And for those of you that are new here, Crowllies or Crowlective is just a term of endearment for those that are my subscribers for this particular channel. So when I say Crowllies, Crowlective, someone in the Crowlective, I am referencing you, okay? If I say someone, someone else, or I am describing a particular person that your intuition then puts in the forefront for you through conversation, through imagery, through memories, or anything of that nature, that is just your intuition confirming what I am saying to you, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take what resonates and leave the rest behind for another Crowley in this crow nest. Okay, let's see what's going on here. What's up with the crow call for today? And it was at a distance. I did not see any birds because I was in the house. I was in the house. That's funny, right? The house came out. And the snake. Ooh. All right. Angel number 555. Okay. So there's something here in regards to like, make sure that you do protection, like wards, barriers, protection in your home or the surrounding area of your home or something like that. Snake energy could also be like combative energies, misunderstandings, arguments, disagreements, and things of that nature. You want to also make sure that you cleanse things like that too, or you cleanse frequently after events such as that, even if it has nothing to do with you. Because I did say I was in the home, I was inside when I heard something outside, which was a crow, right? So it could be something like that. Like maybe you're not the problem. Maybe it's not the drama is not coming from inside of your home, but it's in the surrounding area. And so you want to make sure that you're protected from that particular energy, right? And then we have a child here in the middle, and what's that? The bouquet. So yeah, you want to make sure that you're taking care and you're protecting your inner child. You're not triggered. For those of you that have children, you want to also make sure that you're protecting your household. You're also protecting your children from things that are happening outside, at the crossroads, the street, across the way, at a bus stop, whatever that is. Yeah. Also decision making. All right. Making sure you're making the best decisions in regards to your inner child at this time. Okay, what else? What are the messages here? I feel like somebody's going to be competing with you because of your beauty regimen, the way you look, you appear to people. All right, we have the key here. I should have told you guys the messages that I picked up before. I believe I had the key, the mountain, the gentleman, and the fish. So the key is coming out again as a second confirmation. So yes, there is something that's opening up. All right. This could be like, make sure that you're cleansing and protecting your thresholds. So your front door, your back door, or your doorways. Okay. For those of you that live in apartment complexes and it's a big building, make sure that you're cleansing the front of your door, but also make sure that you're cleansing like to the left and to the right of you in regards to like the energy. Like if you share a hallway or something like that, and the apartment complex has like somebody in front of you or someone next to you, right? You want to make sure that you're protecting that area, that threshold area of, walk through, walk in and out, right? You can also do protection on your keys. You can also do protection on your lease. Like if you make a copy of your lease, you could stick it in like a little protection ward. You can, what else? What can I tell you? Ooh, garlic, energetic vampires and stuff like that. If you can't get a hold of garlic cloves, okay, you can get the garlic bulb, okay. The whole garlic. And if you can't get a hold of the whole garlic, you can get garlic powder or garlic salt, okay, which is better. Garlic salt is better, especially if you're going to put a little sprinkle at the threshold. Sometimes, yes, garlic has a very pungent smell, so it's also good to put just a little tiny bit in little corners So, like, let's say this is the threshold of your door, right? You want to make sure that from here to here, you draw like a little sprinkle, or from this corner and this corner. So that way, when someone passes the threshold, they're passing like right through the two spots that you put in um, for the garlic. Now, the intention is you want to pray over it. You want to set an intention. You don't just want to put it there just to put it there, right? It is not a decorative piece, obviously. It is something that you want to obviously cleanse either on a weekly or monthly basis. You want to make sure, like for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, if you are getting into wards and stuff like that, figuring out what type of wards work best for you. All right. You can simply do something like this, some water, some salt, some herbs, and then stick it on there, you know, at a table in the corner of your room, behind your door. I would not put it behind your door if your door does that slam thing and it doesn't have like, you don't want to break anything. Okay, it's just gonna say like that. All right, you don't want to break anything, you don't want to spill anything. So you want to make sure that it's out of the way. In number 1111. Obviously, like I've done this many times. You want to put it somewhere out of the way, but that can capture the energy. Again, it's okay if for whatever reason you forget. All right, you will start to feel the energy in the home get real thick and heavy and stagnant. And then you're gonna start like realizing like, yeah, you know what? I think I gotta change that again. Okay. But you're gonna notice. You're gonna notice when the energy feels lighter. You're gonna feel when something feels off. You're gonna be able to detect things like that. If you are not comfortable with doing things like that for yourself, or you want to purchase anything, you know, any products or any ritual products or any ritual services from me, again, go to spiritualsboutique.com. Or I can even help you with a ritual consultation, okay? And we can figure out what the best thing is for you. But we have the key here, so there's something opening up, and you want to make sure that whatever is coming into your home, or whomever is coming into your home, right? When I say whatever, I mean like things that you're purchasing, things that get sent to your address. And whomever, this is like people that may have spiritual attachments, or people that may have particular beliefs or projection of energies, right? You want to make sure that you protect yourself from those things as well. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, continue working on that, because some of you guys have difficulties either opening up opportunities for you or closing, like banishing, pushing out certain energies. Okay. That's what they were talking about. All right. And something is at a distance. Thank you. Yeah, we have that whip and a child. So this is like triggering either a child, either your child or your inner child. So like something's causing issues. Now, someone could have a kid, and again, I did say something about like it's either you or your neighbors, okay? Because I'm seeing the house energy. It's something about like some weird energy there, like arguing, disagreements, arguments about children, arguments about a particular type of child, children arguing or fighting, and things of that nature. Okay. All right. What else? Again, I just saw angel number 111, 333, 33. All right. 1111. And we have the sun card here. You want to make sure that you are invoking peaceful energies, good community, happy neighbors, happy life, happy home, peaceful home, something like that. Okay. I would try to manifest conflict resolution. Okay, for those of you that are trying to figure something out between you and someone or something. You have temperance here. Something's going to take some time to reveal itself. There's a snake that's about to get revealed from what I'm seeing here. And this could have been from 7 weeks ago, 7 months ago. December could be significant. All right. And Earth Angel is helping you figure this out. Angel number 1441. So something is being reflected, the way somebody's acting. We have the Hangman here. All right. There's like a pause or a standstill in regards to certain things that need to get done in regards to household maintenance, household. Um, this could be like house shopping, apartment hunting. This could be, did I say maintenance? What is that called? When you like fix things, all right, something like that, all right. Something's at a standstill. There's something about like moving things around, moving furniture around, looking at things from a different perspective. All right. Where we have the Queen of Cups here with the key. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be more intuitively open. And it's up to you to be able to establish these particular spiritual routine practices, and be more vigilant of your spiritual hygiene, because you're pretty much either you're in the spectrum of being completely closed off, and you need to learn how to open up exactly the amount to open up to be able to continue to enhance your intuition, your psychic gifts, your psychic abilities. Or you're someone on the flip side that, if you know you're not closed off and you need to open up, you're way too open, too susceptible to spiritual attachments, energetic projections, psychic attacks, and things of that nature, because you are someone that's very compassionate and very caring. Your, your self-sabotaging thing may be, people pleasing or caring too much what people care about, or their opinions. And so you may need to kind of have those boundaries, establish those boundaries in your home as well as when you leave your home. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Coins, referencing this whip situation with the child. And so, like, there could be some things that, are not talked about. All right. There could be some triggers that you could still be holding on to, from your inner child. And for those of you that this is more reflective of your own children or the children around you, right? You can start seeing this develop in regards to like more consistent or frequent types of arguments, disagreements. And I don't even want to say that when it comes to kids, because it's more like combativeness. There we go. Combativeness, challenges, just like behavioral issues and things of that nature. But that is coming out here. All right. So this is like bad habits that need to be broken. Things that could be getting picked up at school, being brought at home. It doesn't have to be school. It could be like school, daycare, or something like that. Okay, someone's house and it's coming back to you. The Seven of Swords energy with the Four of Coins is also this energy of like, someone's trying to do something strategically. So bringing up a particular argument, or putting a child in the middle, or triggering your inner child, or arguing strategically about something that has to do in reference of a child. Something like that is happening here. Something in regards to like someone strategically holding someone's innocence, as a like a weapon. Someone's weaponizing someone's innocence or something like that. Okay. So let's see what else comes out here. Right, we have Sagittarius and Pisces energy. Female water sign could be significant. Water sign child could be significant. A fire sign child could be significant. Okay. And the Two of Cups and the Sun is here. So you could definitely be a little bit more optimistic in regards to your relationships, soulmate dynamics, soulmate connections, and things of that nature. I don't see anything bad when it comes to that. So I do see some sort of good news that's coming in. Let me see when that would be. Looking at the calendar, y'all. Hold on. It's giving like by the end of March, either by the end of March, within the next 2 months, or by May. We have the moon energy here with the garden. So there's something that is hidden in regards to social life, connections, communities, social media, social environments, a clique, an inner circle, someone's hiding a secret, or someone is withholding information or something like that. All right. So there's something that the moon energy is there. So that is a reason. There's a reason to that. Okay. There's a reason why you didn't know something before. And now it's coming up. All right. Clarify, what is that energy about? What is that energy about? Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this over here. We have the moon energy, which is Cancer energy, the magician energy, which is Aries energy right there. Okay. You know, I want to say that you could be subconsciously manifesting some certain things. Okay. Yeah. So pay attention to your inner child, whatever journaling, shadow work, whatever thing that you need to, whatever buttons are being pressed, whatever's going haywire in your energy, I think it's time for you to address those things, okay? Clarify the snake and the temperance card. The snake and the temperance card. Give them more insight. Okay, the truth is here. So I did say something about a snake being exposed. I did say something about somebody feeling challenged by your beauty, by your aesthetic, by your confidence. Someone could be challenging your own power, your own magic, your own authority, the way you show up and show out. Okay. Someone's threatened by the fact that you can replenish your energy or you have angelic support on your end. All right. With the truth here, it just gives this energy of like someone's looking at you from a different perspective now. Someone's been looking at you from a different perspective for the past 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. Again, Sagittarius season could be significant. Okay. So someone's finally seeing the truth in something in regards to what's going on with you. I also see that someone had like a snake in their ear. And so this is like someone was hissing in their ear and saying certain things about you, and the truth is coming out. All right. So there's some sort of communication that's going to come through in regards to that. Fire sign or Sagittarius related. Okay. So you're going to be able to know what clear actions to take. Now, when it comes to the house and the hangman, you have the moon energy. This is double moon energy here, okay? That means that there's more than just one thing that's hidden or that is being remained as a secret. The hangman talks about a pause. It talks about, you know, having to look at things from a different perspective. It definitely challenges your spiritual beliefs, okay? So this is something in regards to like what's happening subconsciously in your household, in the household dynamics, all right? There is something here in regards to either like something that's occurring emotionally, something that could be occurring that there's something underneath the surface that looks completely different, okay? So it's like something doesn't look the way it actually seems from the outside, right? So this is like from the outside, the house may look nice, or on the outside, the house may look raggedy or something like that. And it's completely different on the inside, right? It's just something about like the appearance of something, all right? So utilizing your intuition right now more than ever, all right? Intuitive grounding routines and, you know, practicing. You know, for those of you that, you know, you pull your own cards, you want to make sure that you do like either a weekly or a daily pull, right? It always has to be the same question, all right? Keep your tarot journal, your oracle journal, your divination journal. I would also say for those of you that kind of fell off on doing readings or you kind of fell back, make sure that whoever you're allowing to read your energy is someone that your spiritual team, you yourself, and your ancestors are comfortable with. Basically, they give their blessing to deliver, like transcribe messages back and forth between you and them. Because as of lately, I've heard a lot about, you know, people getting scammed and, you know, oh, well, because it's super cheap or whatever. But I'm also seeing like a lot of energies in regards to like, sometimes instant gratification is not the best, right? And this particular reading itself is like talking about the delays and the stagnation and things like that were necessary for some sort of opportunity financially to open up for you. So like certain things have to play out, and certain, like, we have to learn certain lessons and things of that nature for us to be like, okay, well, now I know that that person is not my friend, or now I know that I'm only supposed to have this particular type of teacher, or this particular type of I don't know, doctor or nurse, or um, spiritual coach, or reader, or I know that like I'm only supposed to get readings from women and not men, or like this, like there's particular, again, spiritual taboos and things of that nature also apply to this. So if you guys haven't seen my spiritual taboo video, or a podcast thing that I talked about spiritual taboos and how they impact you, and how do you know that it's impacting you, go check out Micahstar Psychic 444. And the title of the video is called Spiritual Taboos. And I believe the image says like how spiritual taboos are blocking you. So that may be significant for you guys as well. All right, let's get some more here. So there's something about your subconscious mind. So it's like, I'm seeing this energy of like, so people are looking at you like from the outside looking in, right? Because you can look at somebody physically, but you can't look at them in their subconscious mind, right? You can't see what's going on in their subconscious mind. So in your subconscious mind, you have so much more to heal, so much more to deal with, so many triggers, right? But in the exterior, on the outside of you, people like judge you because of how you show up in the world, and they don't like, they would never know what you're going through. You get what I'm saying? All right, clarify the Queen of Cups. So there's something about like using your intuition, because the same thing could apply to everyone. You know, just because we look like somebody looks like they're all put together and everything's going great, and you know they're putting on a brave face and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that they're like not going through things, right? So just pay attention to your intuition, because your intuition could be telling you, you know, hey, something's wrong with that person, or hey, that person's pissed at you, or hey, that person doesn't like you, or hey, you know, stay away from that person, or don't get advice from that person, or don't trust that person, or don't give that person money, like whatever it is, like or don't go there, or I don't know, because sometimes for me it will be like appointments and stuff like that. Like it's one thing if like I completely forget about it, but it's another where like you wake up and you're like, I really don't want to go to that location, I really don't want to go to that place, like your bed is like sucking you in and you're like dragging your feet and stuff like that. Sometimes that is like that is your body kind of telling you like you need to slow down, because you're preparing yourself for that type of energy, right? We have reflecting here. So some emotional and intuitive reflecting, shadow work needs to be done. Of course, more soul searching because of these openings. So I'm just like picking up like this energy of like you're someone that needs to constantly cleanse their home or constantly cleanse themselves, because you're someone that like attracts portals, right? And so like a lot of people like to spy on you, talk about you, and there's like a lot of spiritual energies like to be around you. It's not a bad thing. It may also not be always a good thing, but this is like where you enter that void period where like you just want to avoid things, or you just feel like you need to fill something within you. This is the best time for you to have introspection and reevaluate things. So if you start feeling like you need to get into hermit mode, that's when you have to start reflecting. Okay, like okay, what am I preparing myself for, or what am I leaving behind, so that way I'm preparing myself to, you know, open myself up for something else. And we have union here again with that strategy, with the whip energy, the difficulties, the challenges, the arguments, the disagreements, the particular strategic decision making that is being integrated with the Seven of Swords. You know, Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be something negative, but it is like something like I have these ulterior motives, and these ulterior motives is like something that I want to get away with, meaning like I know that I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it anyway, or I know that it could be a little shallow, but I'm going to do it anyway, right? So there's something here in regards to like a soulmate energy that is utilizing something strategically to emotionally hurt you, or manipulate you in some form of way. It could be triggering a child, could be triggering your child, your children, or it could be triggering your inner child belief system, your inner child safety, things of that nature. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you're integrating your, the, how do I want to say this? You want to integrate when you allow your feminine energy to show up and when you allow your masculine energy to show up. Your masculine energy shows up to protect you. Your feminine energy opens up to receive, to be vulnerable, to pour into, to create, right? But your masculine energy comes in. We got to delegate. We got to plan. We got to set boundaries. We have to, like, this is not acceptable, things of that nature, right? So you want to make sure that, you yourself are being strategic when these particular disagreements, disgruntled conversations, these triggers, these petty arguments or petty statements, or these particular decisions that are made to trigger you or to benefit the other party and not yourself, and they know that. You want to make sure that you establish healthier boundaries on who you unite with, who you reunite with, who you allow into your energy, who you allow into your home. And sometimes allowing someone into your home does not mean physically. Sometimes it means emotionally. Sometimes it means energetically. Sometimes it means mentally, right? So sometimes it's just like you thinking about the person or you speaking about the person, you're in, like, that the energy is entering now that specific room, so pay attention to like rooms in which you have repetitive arguments in, or things escalate to negative, let's just say like negative outcomes, to pay attention to that, okay? Because that will help you to see things from a different perspective. They'll let you know, like, okay, well, maybe I just need to cleanse this room, or maybe, since that last argument or whatever, since that last person was here, or I was talking on the phone with that person, whatever, energy kind of heavy, kind of dark, or whatever, So pay attention to things of that nature because it could also be affecting you. All right, we have closed off with the 4 of coins. And so like you need to also know when to be guarded, not to be triggered and guard yourself and close yourself off completely, from everyone, and not to resist to open up to people, not to be defensive, just because you're still wanting to hold on to an argument, or you're still wanting to hold on to a particular belief system that your inner child believes, which in theory is there for your shadow self hovering over that particular mindset, belief system over you to make you feel stuck in that particular energy for longer than you actually should, right? And so that's usually when we dive into the energy of pride. So make sure that you're dealing with any pride issues, all right? Or anything that you are becoming resistant to, right? Resistant to help, resistant to favors, resistant to becoming emotionally vulnerable, resistant to intimate relationships, resistant to happiness, laughter, because sometimes people are resistant to like even laughing in front of people, but that's like a trigger because as a child, if I'm definitely talking to a Crowley that like as a child, like if you laugh too loud or you laugh too much, like someone could have definitely got made fun of as a kid because of them playing, laughing, just doing things freely with their body. So this is like dancing weird or jumping around, or you might knock something over or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like being very, very playful and silly and not as aware, right? Self-aware. And because you weren't as physically self-aware, you were then, yelled at or whatever. Certain things were brought up like, oh, why do you laugh like that? Or why do you walk like that? Or why do you talk like that? Or someone could have a lisp or an accent or like, like things of that nature, like that made you a lot closed off. And so these things are coming up now. So wow, a lot of healing, a lot of reflecting. So it's time, y'all. It's time to get it back on it. All right, what is that 2 of Cups energy? So like, I do feel like there's positive things happening. There's definitely a relationship, a soulmate dynamic that's going to be exposed to you. We have watching here with the 2 of Cups. I do feel like even though things are going to be good in regards to relationships, when I say relationships, it's very general, okay? Very general. Relationships could be the relationship intimately that you're involved in right now. If you're not intimate involved in a relationship right now, then that means that it could be a friendship. That means that it could be like a best friend situation. It could be, you reestablishing a healthy connection with a family member or something like that, or a coworker, right? But there is like this energy of like, because of either some of you getting into a brand new relationship, or some of you establishing a stronger relationship with someone, your happiness is being watched. Okay. And so the evil eye is being targeted or being directed specifically to your happiness, your harmony in regards to a specific relationship. Someone's definitely going to be keeping tabs on you and this particular type of relationship as well, trying to figure out, why the relationship is good, or why everything is working out, or how you truly feel in regards to things. All right. And then we have fears with the moon card energy. Okay, so with that hangman and the moon card, talking about the intuition and talking about your subconscious mind, there are some sort of fears here, double confirmation with the fears, and again, double confirmation with the illusion. Earlier that I spoke about, things are not as they appear. And so the limitations here that you could be experiencing is like based off of your fears, based off of the fears with the garden energy that your social, your peers, your coworkers, someone is in your ear, okay, with that energy with a snake, okay, someone's in your ear trying to trigger these fears. Oh, but what if this goes wrong, or what if that goes wrong? And they tell you all the things that could possibly go wrong instead of saying, okay, well, if this goes wrong, try this. If that also goes wrong, then try that. And then it's just a very cut dry, like all of these things can go bad and that's it. There's no good thing, right? I'm not talking about the type of person that will sit there and kind of flip that around and give you a solution, or try to give you tips, or try to figure out an answer for you. You get what I'm saying? Even if they don't have an answer for you, they'll try to look for one. Someone that can be triggering your anxiety, making you feel, out of your comfort zone, making you overthink, looking at the negative outlook, right? And your spirit guides are here to kind of say, like, you can manifest whatever the heck you want to manifest into your reality. But when you do this, you want to make sure that your subconscious mind is also in alignment with whatever you're trying to manifest. So if your subconscious mind, if it's your inner child saying that, you're not special, you're not going to get anything, right? Or your inner child is saying, oh, well, you can't be different, you got to be just like everybody else, then you're not going to be able to pursue that type of career that, is different. You're not going to be able to pursue that type of talent, or showcase that talent that is different, right? Because your subconscious mind is triggering this fear of how people will look at you, or how people will speak of you, and you will be opening the door wide open to these opinionated, negative energy, vampiric energies. And not only that, but also the projections of the evil eye. So this is how you negate that energy. You want to make sure that you're constantly reflecting. Try to at least journal once a month for the next upcoming 2 months. And for those of you that are a little bit heavier on the challenge of actual self-help, self-reflection, self-healing, then I would promote for you to try to do like at least one Reiki session along with, journaling. If you can't do a Reiki and journaling, then try to do like a life coaching, or go to a therapist or something like that. And then also incorporate some sort of physical release. So this could be somatic exercises, somatic stretches, deep tissue massages, opening up your hips. What else here? Grounding techniques. Sometimes spiritual baths and spiritual soaps can just be for your feet and not for your whole body, just to kind of give you like, that pedicure spa type of feel, relaxation, being back in your body, instead of being in your head, right? So that grounding, that energy is what I'm seeing here. But yeah, you guys, that's what I got for you. Comment down below. Let me know how that resonates. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.